Welcome to Living Chassidus. Together, let's live the Chassidus we learn.
Morning, everybody, and welcome to Chassidus in the morning. 15 minutes to change our lives. Look at the Sichos Pashas, Chalak Aleph Pashas Toldos, finishing off this Sicha. So we're discussing how it is Me'el to Yitzchak and Avraham Yitzchak, that Avraham is the one that helps Yitzchak be best Yitzchak he can be, and we see how special Yitzchak is. That Yitzchak he had a bar mitzvah and he had a bris at the right time, and we see that when Avram did it, when he made the Mishnah, the bris party, Oig was there, invited everyone because Avram was a chashuv guy by then. He invited Oig, and Oig said to himself in his heart, he goes, making a big deal with this little kid. With my one finger, I can destroy him, and it'll all be done. All Avram's generations and all the future of Avram is gone. And Hashem says to Oig, he goes, you watch. He goes, that kid, his descendants are going to be the ones that are going to go and destroy you. And that's what ultimately happens, and Moshe destroys him. And so the lesson that we're taking from this incident in this story is that Avram was a guy that was on the other side of the world, so to speak. Everyone is doing this, and Avram is doing that, and he was strong about it. Like we learned, says that Avram publicized that Hashem is Kel Elam. Not just that he publicized that Hashem exists and there's only one Hashem, but that the whole existence of the world is only Hashem. Not Kel Ha'elam, the God of the world, which means there's a world and there's a God, but it was that there's only God. And Avram makes this big mishnah, and so the lesson is that first of all we got to stand strong with our beliefs, and we can be public about it. You know, I remember when I was a kid growing up, I would go once in a while. I'd go to the old age home, Jewish old age home, the community once in a while, and every time I'd go, it always something that stuck out with me. All the older people always complained that we had our tzitzis out. And they would always say, put your tzitzis and hide it in. They didn't like it. You know, because they came from Europe and anti-Semitism was rampant. To try to hide yourself, especially after the war. So they say, let's hide yourselves as much as possible. So what does Avram do? Avram doesn't do that. Avram makes a big mission. He invites everybody. And this is a lesson for us. We have to be proud of our Yiddishkeit and publicize it and not be afraid. Even though you're going to come and you're going to say, what do you mean? But there's going to be an oig. And that's very powerful. And Megashes can destroy you in seconds. But what we see from the story, Hashem says to Oig, they're going to destroy you. Yidden are going to be fine. And that's what we're saying here. And even though it could be, even to the extent that these people are, like Megashes, it looks very difficult to be able to accomplish, we don't have to worry about it. We do what we're going to do, and it all works out. And that's what we'll finish off today. The end of the Sikha. Comes the lesson, and this is a lesson for us. Avram Halidus Yitzchak mechatzvasei me'Avram Avinu Avim shall call Yisrael, from Avram Avinu, which is the father of all the Jewish people. Shaloi nirta mipnei olam kula. He wasn't afraid. He didn't bend himself from the whole world. The Hichra is Kel Elam, and he publicized that Hashem is the God of the world, meaning there's only godliness. Elam hu lekus einam levadei. And the outcome of this, Yitzchak, that caused, he's saying that Yitzchak will be born in the spiritual sense, that Yitzchak will continue on in his way. Like that idea that both interpretations. Meaning, you could say as a parent, we could say that we have to be the example of how to be from Yid, and not be embarrassed, not be shy. We should be proud of our Yiddishkeit, and that will help give over to the next generation. So to every single Yid, every single time, in every single place, lahav hell. So to you shouldn't worry about a person that's reliant and relying on their own strong strength and ability. Oig relied on his own strength and ability, and Oig was very strong. We don't have to worry about this. Because we connect with Hashem, which is above reasoning. That person is working according to reasoning, but you're working from above reasoning, connecting with God. Not just in Kedusha regular things, but also in the mundane. You take that Gashmius and you go to work with it, and you make it a clear little kus, you make it a godly experience. Whether you share a vart, or you give tzedakah, or you take that money and give tzedakah with it, or you do mitzvahs with it, or you do a kiddush Hashem with it. There's so many ways and opportunities to bring out Elikus and to show that Elikus is there. Yeah, which is Toldos Yitzchak, which is the offshoot of Yitzchak. Is in the spiritual action that you're doing, meaning the Toldos, meaning is the Torah mitzvahs. And then that causes having more children. Not just you have kids that are ones to wage the war against the Oig Melech HaBashan, so to speak, against the tide. They're fighting against the tide and they're successful. Like a simple way of looking at this, like shluchim. They're fighting against the tide of assimilation, the tide of the struggle of Torah mitzvahs, and they come and they go out of a place and they build Torah mitzvahs, and I'm not scared of it. No Oig. Okay, like the war with the Oig at this time, and they go out and they win, and we can produce children that are like this. And this is the hachana, and this is the preface. This is what's needed to be able to have the conquering of Eretz Yisrael, Eretz HaKadosh, the Holy Land, Al Yedei Mashiach Tzidkenu, through Mashiach, Mimher Amenu, Amen. Speaking nowadays, it's a very beautiful sikha, a very beautiful vart, and it's very enjoyable to hear these different sikhas and different ideas. And essentially, what we're saying is we shouldn't be afraid and embarrassed. So that's why this is particularly like connecting with Chodesh of Kislev, which is today's Rosh Chodesh, and then Kislev, there's so many Yom Tovim, all about transforming darkness to light, and like Hanukkah, and we have the Hanukkah menorah parade. There you go, and people, I'm sure there's people that are uncomfortable. Why are you publicizing Hanukkah? A lot of reason why we light the menorah inside the house, not outside the house, it should be Allah, is because from generations and hundreds and hundreds of years, the Yidden, it was too dangerous to light the menorah. But now we're taking over. We're spreading it outside, and when we come with that attitude and we show that we're proud Yidden, and that even though the tide might be showing us one way, but we don't follow the tide, so that's the best defense or offense for bringing Mashiach. So Mitzvah Hashem, we should do it in our lives, and we should look in ourselves where we have this and where we could be more proud Yidden, where we can express it more. And Mitzvah Hashem, we should be successful. Thank you very much for joining, and have a great day.